Alliances in ashes. Carly's reluctant pact and the fractured heart of Port Charles. In the complex and ever-turbulent world of General Hospital, family loyalty and personal vengeance often walk hand in hand, but rarely has a battle for control unfolded with such emotional ferocity and strategic deception. At the center of this latest upheaval are two formidable matriarchs, Carly Spencer and Nina Reeves, long-standing enemies bound by a shared cause that neither of them entirely trusts. Their uneasy collaboration is born not from reconciliation but from a mutual enemy, Drew Kane. Once considered a stable ally and trustworthy man, Drew's recent descent into reckless behavior and moral ambiguity has set alarm bells ringing across Port Charles. Carly, ever the lioness when it comes to protecting her family, finds herself making the unthinkable decision, joining forces with Nina, the woman she most despises, in a desperate attempt to shield her grandchildren from what she now sees as an imminent threat. The trouble begins when Willow Tate Corinthos, still recovering from her own health battles and seeking a sense of normalcy, moves herself and her two young children, Wiley and Amelia, into Drew's home. The optics of this decision are deeply troubling to Carly. For her, it is not merely a mistake in judgment but a fatal misstep. Drew's moral compass, once resolute, has gone adrift, and Carly is not about to sit by while he plays house with her vulnerable daughter-in-law and grandchildren. Adding gasoline to the fire is the revelation that Willow, in a moment of emotional blindness, chose to stand by Drew despite catching him in a compromising position with a prostitute. Rather than confronting what to Carly is an obvious red flag, Willow digs in her heels. Her loyalty to Drew, once seen as a stabilizing force, now seems like dangerous naivete. Carly, unwilling to wait for the fallout, springs into action. She reaches out to Diane Miller, her trusted legal advisor, and pushes for a custody hearing, one that could potentially remove Michael from the picture under the pretense of his continued stay in Germany. Carly's legal maneuvering is swift and calculated, a high-stakes move that reflects not just her protective instincts but her refusal to let the Corinthos family's legacy fall into the hands of those she deems unworthy. But things in Port Charles are never so simple. As the nurses' ball unfolds in all its glamour and spectacle, a shocking development threatens to upend Carly's plans. A flight inbound to Port Charles carries none other than Michael himself. His absence, once used as justification for Carly's actions, may soon be irrelevant. And what's more, Michael has witnessed something that changes everything, a video of Drew and Willow sharing a passionate kiss on the red carpet, confirming the affair and shattering any illusion of fidelity. Michael's return could either derail Carly's strategy or play directly into it, depending on how he reacts. Will he fight for his children, or will he walk away from a family that has already begun to slip through his fingers? Meanwhile, Nina, never one to remain on the sidelines, executes a plan of her own that threatens to backfire spectacularly. In a miscalculated move, she uses ketamine, a traceable and ill-advised drug, to sedate Drew during one of her schemes. Her accomplice, Portia Robinson, unwittingly becomes the weak link, and the drugs left in Drew's system do more harm than good. Rather than exposing him as the manipulative figure they believe he is, the drugged incident casts Drew in the light of a victim, garnering sympathy from Willow and drawing the two even closer. Carly's already fragile alliance with Nina begins to crumble. Her disdain resurfaces with full intensity as she recognizes that her collaboration with Nina has done nothing but strengthen the very relationship she hoped to dismantle. It is a bitter pill to swallow, especially for someone who prides herself on being 10 steps ahead. The deeper irony lies in the nature of the alliance itself. Carly never believed in it. From the start, she approached the arrangement with the clear-eyed view of a tactician using a volatile asset. Nina was never a partner, she was a tool, a means to an end. Carly's inner monologue is sharp and unapologetic. She would throw Nina to the wolves, without hesitation once her usefulness expired. Despite the animosity on screen, behind the scenes, Laura Wright, who portrays Carly, and Cynthia Watros, who brings Nina to life, speak of their work together with warmth and admiration. Their performances may be charged with venom and disdain, but the mutual respect between the actresses adds a fascinating layer to the show's intricate storytelling. Still, for Carly, the stakes remain heartbreakingly personal. What stings the most is not Drew's betrayal, nor Nina's incompetence, it is Willow's emotional betrayal of Michael. Carly once believed that Willow truly loved her son, but the passion now directed at Drew tells another story. The woman Carly once embraced as family now seems like a stranger, drawn into the orbit of a man who, in Carly's eyes, is both dangerous and disloyal. In the end, this is not merely a battle for custody or a feud between former enemies. It is a war for the soul of a family. Carly and Nina, though at odds in every way, are bound by a maternal ferocity that refuses to yield. They will lie, manipulate, and even destroy each other if it means protecting the ones they love. Their methods may differ, their values may conflict, but their end goal is the same: survival of their children in a world filled with deceit, temptation, and betrayal. As Port Charles watches the drama unfold, one truth becomes abundantly clear: there are no innocent players here. Only survivors, and perhaps casualties. Carly is prepared for both.